Hey everyone, this is Fiddle Hakuraja Raven, and I'm here with my recap and review of Canada's Drag Race Season number 1, Episode number 7, which is titled The Miss Loose Jaw, and it's basically the queens being participating in a pageant show and getting to show their comedic skills and all of that stuff. So, this episode opens up with everyone going to see what Boa wrote on the mirror, and it's just nice. And yeah, everyone is sad that Boa is leaving. Ilona thought of Boa as her sister and all of that stuff. So, however, we do get a shot with Lemon because in the previous episode, the judges asked the queens who do they think should leave the competition, and four people said Lemon, and Lemon isn't happy about it because Lemon said the question was who deserved to go home. It wasn't about who performed bad that week and all of that stuff. So, Lemon, I can understand where Lemon is coming from. All of the queens are sitting down, and Bobo is not feeling it. Bobo isn't happy because apparently Bobo has been giving all of the challenges 100%, and even then she is consistently being safe. She doesn't understand what she needs to do in order for the judges to notice her, and Ilona tries to comfort Bobo, and Bobo is like, no Ilona, I don't need it. So there's some tension between Ilona and Bobo, which we'll get to see again later in the episode. Then we get to see that the guest host for this week is Ali X, and she's a songwriter, singer. I haven't heard any of her songs, but she does seem to have a whole lot of personality, so I'm here for it. As far as the main challenge is concerned, this week has no mini challenge. It's the Maxi challenge, and Brooklyn comes in, and Brooklyn tells the queens that they'll be participating in a pageant, so they need to be competitive and they need to work hard to stand out. And because Rita Baga won last week, she is in charge of assigning the roles to the queens. And basically in this pageant we are going to have the stereotypical pageant contestants. So there's Miss Arable, which is basically a play on miserable. Then there's misinformation. There's also what is misdemeanor and all of that stuff. So Rita is giving everyone their roles, and again, Bobo isn't happy with her role, but Rita Baga is like, no, Bobo, I'm not here for your attitude. Everyone's getting ready, and Brooklyn does his usual walk around the workroom, and he's talking to everyone. He goes to Bobo, and these two talk about how Bobo has been safe or in the top. She hasn't been in the bottom, but she's also not winning. So Bobo really needs to do what she can in order to be noticed and win. So it's time for the Miss Loose Jaw pageant, and these are our three guest judges. We have Michelle Dewberry, who is Canada's icon when it comes to drag performances. You can look her up in Wikipedia. And then the actor is from Degrassi, and then the middle one we have already seen. So the pageant starts, and all of the queens are here. You can read on their sash. There's miserable, misdemeanor, misfit. So now, I wasn't a fan of Rita Baga not showing a whole lot of skin. She was kind of wearing this skin-colored suit, which didn't make sense to me. Maybe she didn't want to spend a whole lot of time trying to hide her tattoos or whatever it was. But you can also see that Ilona isn't worried about hiding her tattoos. Bobo is showing her tattoos as well, so I'm not really sure what's happening. I wasn't a fan of what Rita did. So everyone is introducing their characters, and it's clear that Lemon as Misfits is the clear standout. Again, Lemon is a dancer, if you guys already didn't know, and Lemon is an actor. And improv seems to come naturally to Lemon, and that's an amazing skill to have, especially if you're a drag queen. So it's time for the talent show, and Ilona is miserable, Miss Miserable, and she is doing this weird thing with painting where she's trying to paint but she doesn't want to paint. And I didn't like Ilona's performance because I understand being upset and being miserable, but her miserable was kind of grating. It wasn't funny, and it was uncomfortable. And then Priyanka came in, and her entire stick was that she's pregnant, and then her talent ended up being this interpretive dance sequence. However, she ended up giving birth, and it was okay. Now, Jimbo won the talent show for me because the sexual innuendos And all of the jokes that Jimbo was going for, all of them landed for me. I loved it. I loved how Jimbo was performing. And then Bobo came in with the drums, with the bangos. What are they called? I'm not really sure. But yeah, she came in with the drums. It was fun. It was fun. And then Lemon came in with a mime act, and I loved whatever Lemon was doing, especially during the end where she was walking out of off the stage and she ended up hitting something invisible. That was very funny. Rita Baga came in with this class about wrapping a gift, which, yeah, no. And then there was the swimsuit challenge, and everyone presented themselves, and Lemon ended up tripping. So, yeah, Lemon did a whole lot to stand out. And. And then there was the interview sequence, and when it was time for Jimbo's turn to do the Q&A sequence, Jimbo ended up putting the mic in his mouth, and I lost it. It was fun. It lined with the character that Jimbo was playing. It was unexpected. I loved every second of it. Now it was time for the queen, the pageant winner, to be crowned. However, it's revealed that Miss Michelle Dewberry ended up stealing the crown, so no one got crowned. But yeah, it's time for everyone to get ready for the main runway, and this is where we get to learn more about Michelle Dewberry and how she's an icon and how she paved the way for a whole lot of people. And we also got this weird. Fight between Ilona and Bobo. Apparently, according to Ilona, Bobo has been sending negative energy towards her, and it was a mess. And even Priyanka is like they are fighting about nothing. It's time for the main runway, and the theme is your pageant best. And Ilona's the first to come out, and she has this beaded dress, which I liked her makeup, I liked her look. However, I wasn't a fan of the dress. Then it's Lemon, and I really enjoyed Lemon's interpretation of the challenge. While everyone was giving us grown-up pageant, Lemon ended up going the child route, and she gave us, those young little kids competing in pageants and trying to look all classy and stuff. Yeah, Lemon gave us that, and I was a fan. And Rita Baga came out with this gorgeous looking gown. However, I do have to side with the judges. I think that the wig was a miss. The wig could have been better. Then Priyanka came in with this jasmine blue dress, very Indian inspired, and I loved this dress. I loved the look. I loved everything. Then Jimbo came out with her interpretation, which was basically a mix. It felt very Barbie inspired, but in my opinion, it was a bit too much. The dress was way too big, and again, Jimbo hid her waist. There was no silhouette per se. However, I did like the makeup. I liked the take on giving us diamond tears. I liked that. I wasn't a fan of the hair. It reminded me of Megan Thee Stallions and Cardi B's hair for their recent WAP promotional content, but yeah, I'll get to the judging portion for Jimbo in a bit. And then Scarlett Bobo was the last, and I really liked Scarlett Bobo's look. It was classy, but it was still true to who Bobo is, which is basically a rock star clown. So she looked amazing. So it's time for the judging, and all of the judges liked Lemon's performance and her pageant dress. They didn't like Ilona's dress. They also didn't like her performance. They kind of liked Rita's performance, but they liked her dress a whole lot. Again, with Priyanka, they liked the dress, the runway, but they weren't fans of the performance. And then for Scarlett, they liked the performance and they also liked the dress. Now, Jimbo. They were in love with Jimbo's performance, but the dress, Jeffrey Bauer Chapman kind of tore into Jimbo, and Jeffrey actually said that Jimbo has never looked glamorous, and I'm like, oh, Jeffrey, that's a bit too far, in my opinion. And also, a whole lot of people aren't happy with the way Jeffrey has been critiquing all of the queens online, and people online are saying that Jeffrey needs to go, and I can kind of understand that, because I think that Jeffrey ends up being a bit too mean when it comes to judging. And yeah, Jimbo also kind of made a statement, and I was like, Jimbo, the last thing you need to do is create this kind of negative relationship or a fight with the judges. Don't do that. You won't be able to win, because I can see Jimbo being at least in the top 3, if not the actual winner of this show. So yeah, I can understand Jimbo's frustration, but he needs to kind of know how to play the game. So everyone's back sitting down, and this is where Priyanka is like that. According to the critiques, Priyanka thinks that she's the one who's going to be in the bottom with Alona, and Jimbo is like, maybe I'll be in the bottom too, because the judges didn't like my runway look. They thought that I didn't look glamorous. And then Rita Baga chimed in, and Rita Baga is like, yeah, Jimbo, as far as my opinion goes, I think you looked older than you already did, and that didn't sit well with Jimbo. Jimbo ended up dragging Rita Baga's wig. So yeah, Jimbo is very, very disappointed with the critique, which I can understand. It turns out that Lemon is the winner, which made sense to me, because I think that Lemon did great in the performance, and her runway was very different. And I think that Jimbo would have won if the runway look was better than what he offered. But I guess because Lemon ticked the performance box as well as the runway box, that's why Lemon won. So the lip sync is between Alona and Priyanka, and they have to lip sync over, what's the song? Hello. Yeah, Hello by Ali X, and it's a fun song, and both of them are doing good. However, the moment the song went toward hello, hello, and the chorus or whatnot, this is where Priyanka did the thing with her hand, which most pageant queens do, and that moment made it clear for me that Priyanka was going to win. The judges loved it, and yeah, it's time for deliberation, and Priyanka ended up winning, which kind of also made sense, because Alona has been in the bottom more than once, and it was time for Alona to go. So Alona is saying her goodbyes to the camera, and Ali X actually came into the workroom in order to hug Alona, which was something nice. I appreciated that. And yeah, we're down to what, 5 queens now? So yeah, the finale is coming up, and I think that Drag Race Holland is going to premiere in September, so I'm looking forward to that as well. So anyway, I'll be talking about the preview of the next episode, so if you guys don't want to be spoiled, I bid you goodbye, and let me know what you thought of the episode down in the comment section below. So I'm going to talk about the preview. 1, 2, 3. So in the preview, we see that this is the drag family resemblance challenge. So we have these people, and the drag queens have to make them over and make them resemble their drag family. And I do think that Jimbo did some good work here, but let's see what the judges think. So yeah, that was episode number 7 of Canada's Drag Race, season number 1. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comment section below. And I'm going to try and do my usual reaction videos, but the setup the setup really isn't working out for me lately, but I'll try. Let's see what happens. But yeah, let me know what you thought of the episode. Until next time, stay happy, stay safe, stay blessed. See you guys later. Bye.